Hey yo, what's the word YouTube? It's me, your boy MGM. I'm back again with another crazy reaction video, man. Today we have cop get arrested after the FBI watches his body cam footage. What did this officer do to get the feds on his case? But look, before we get into this video, y'all know the routine. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below, say hey yo, and subscribe for more content, gang. Let's roll the clip.
On your stomach. On your stomach. Stay down.
Get it. Get it. Get it, boy. Get it, boy. Get this thing, mother. Nice little whooping.
Following disturbing allegations directed at an officer with the East Cleveland Police Department, a sweeping investigation is launched, exposing other officers marred by corruption and misconduct. The accusations lead to dozens of indictments and charges, with some officers even ending up behind bars.
Turn around. Get out now. Face down.
I'm like, he already down. Damn.
One thing about me, I don't like being called a liar.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Just after 3 a.m. on March 25, 2022, Commander Larry McDonald attempted a traffic stop in East Cleveland, which borders the city of Cleveland. The driver refused to slow, and McDonald quickly began a doomed pursuit.
One being expired plates. I'm trying to catch up to a vehicle driving at a high rate of speed. Maybe probably about 100 miles an hour down Euclid. Rolling. I'm trying to catch up to this car now.
McDonald eventually caught up with the fleeing vehicle, but what he found was devastating.
What do you find? Ooh.
Sorry for letting me off you, Chris.
Oh boy. Is
Yeah,
everyone
oh
okay?
boy.
Oh my God, that's okay.
Are you guys okay?
I'm okay.
It's going to be a signal 20. We're going to need to send Euclid ASAP. Headquarters, I couldn't catch up with this vehicle. Me checking the location, I did find this vehicle in a signal 20.
Though he now updates his dispatch about the situation, McDonald didn't initially inform them about his attempted traffic stop. Not only that, as an East Cleveland police officer, he is supposed to stay within his jurisdiction and inform other police departments when leaving city limits. When McDonald first saw the vehicle, it was in East Cleveland but left the city and entered the neighboring city of Euclid. He only just now, after the crash, requests help from Euclid's police. While waiting for more officers to arrive, McDonald approaches the women who witnessed the crash, narrowly escaping danger themselves.
What did you see? I just need to know, what did you see?
We just straight through. I didn't know he was on a police chase.
Well, we didn't get to chase him because he was going that fast.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he just came speeding and flipping.
Oh my God. He not living. He not living, is he?
Just go stand over there. Just stand over there. Don't come over here.
Though the women obey McDonald's direction, they can't help but capture the unbelievable scene themselves.
Oh my God. This crash, it's crazy. I don't know who people this is, but I don't think he made it.
Following this grim prediction, McDonald updates his dispatch about what he claims happened just before the crash. It's unclear if this is actually what started the chase, but McDonald will maintain this story.
Vehicle was traveling at a high rate of speed. What caught my attention, vehicle probably was traveling over 100 miles an hour. I couldn't catch up with it.
Though he also requests EMS, he still doesn't check on the driver, 20-year-old Taryn Brown. In fact, he never does. Soon, officers from both East Cleveland and Euclid begin to arrive.
God damn it.
Just stay here and make sure nobody comes by. Okay. We got one injured.
Damn.
Male or female?
Looks like a male.
During the crash, the driver was ejected through the driver's side door, and his leg became trapped when it started to roll.
Well, you missed his head.
No, it's there. No, his head is there.
The arriving officers also check on McDonald.
You okay? No.
I just contacted them again. There should already be around.
Man, I wish I could have caught up with him at least.
While McDonald appears to struggle to come to terms with what just happened, the footage from the security camera at the J.D. Byrider car lot reveals the full horror of the crash.
What it show?
As the car rounded a curve, it struck a chain fence, rolled over, hit 8 unoccupied cars, a bus stop, and rolled several more times. This footage would also reveal that something isn't quite right with McDonald's claims that he wasn't in pursuit. For now, the Euclid police have already started an investigation into what exactly led to the gruesome crash.
Who was chasing this car?
McDonald.
Wow.
McDonald.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that? I'm doing the accident report. I need to talk to him.
Okay, he's chilling out right now. He's got to relax. He's in one of our cars. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's at. Dude, what's your problem? Okay, I got it.
Hey, bruh, they got the officers about to get into it with each other about this. You hear me? Like, chill out, bro. He just witnessed all of this. Yeah, but he lying. He probably trying to get his lie together. That's what it is.
McDonald, where you at?
My car 3115.
God, when you get a chance, one of the Euclid officers needs to talk to you.
Which one?
You all right?
Here we go again.
Sorry.
Which Euclid officer?
He's right here.
Yeah, because it happened in our city.
I need somebody to say Sarge.
I'm with him. He's.
Copy, keep it close.
I am.
So I'm the accident investigator, so I'm obviously going to get the fatal. I just need to find out exactly like which way he was traveling, what he hit.
When we was traveling, this would be east. However,
Go ahead.
he was going so fast, I didn't get a chance to even try to.
Okay.
I was monitoring, but like, you know, the traffic doesn't keep up, so I actually stopped back there behind the red car, because I thought that was sharp. I thought he pulled over.
You could chart.
While McDonald attempts to explain, the other East Cleveland officers discuss the event.
He bounced off the cars.
I know, but there's literally like blood splatter all like on all sides of the car.
No need to. Because he flipped.
McDonald also updates the acting chief of police for East Cleveland, Kenneth Lundy, who soon arrives on the scene. Lundy was appointed after, according to court records, the former East Cleveland Police Chief Scott Gardner pled guilty to a sales tax-related charge. Lundy will face controversies of his own eventually.
He got away.
He's dead.
He did.
Didn't get to chase him. He's too far away.
The witnesses, though, disagree.
He was right behind them.
Right behind him?
Chasing them. East Cleveland police was chasing the car. He was Pac-Man.
McDonald, also known by the nickname...
Hold on. You know that this man got some type of corruption or something, man. Look, down where we from, we know an officer named Pac-Man. And he ain't never up to no good. Never. The fact that you have a nickname in the streets already showed that you corrupted, bro. You be out here.
Pac-Man had already become infamous in East Cleveland.
Pac-Man has a bad reputation. That's an officer that you gotta keep your eye on because he kind of on the crooked side. He's a scary guy.
Just
Take my camera on.
Turn it off for a minute.
All right, going off.
McDonald doesn't turn his body cam on again. Still, it was too late. His body cam was equipped not only with GPS, which showed how close he was driving behind Taryn, but also exposed his speed, showing that he got up to 94 miles per hour. His body cam would eventually betray him again in the future. The full footage from the security camera also revealed he was only about 30 seconds behind Taryn. Despite these questions about the role he may have played leading up to the crash, if he escalated it, and if he should have contacted his dispatch earlier or informed Euclid about a speeding car entering their city. Commander Larry McDonald maintained that he wasn't chasing Taryn. This, however, according to police and court documents, wasn't the last crash he was involved in. Almost a year later, on March 12, 2023, Cleveland police were contacted when a vehicle from East Cleveland ran into a bus stop and became stuck.
I was calling for police right across the street from the district. I guess it was a car running from East Cleveland police, and I guess East Cleveland turned. He almost just hit me, but East Cleveland turned around and went back towards East Cleveland. We keep trying to reverse out. He trying to get out, but he was running from the police.
Despite the 911 caller's certainty that the driver was fleeing an East Cleveland police vehicle, when the Cleveland officers arrived, there's no sign of anyone from East Cleveland police. Only the driver, and he's telling a very different story about how he crashed.
So you're saying you swerved out of the way?
No, he pushed me.
Where did he push you?
I had turned that corner right there.
Yeah, you were turning
That corner right there?
Where did it hit you? Which side?
No. See where that corner right there?
Where did the guy hit you?
See where that corner right there?
Listen,
no, he never even hit me.
He swerved out of the way.
Notably, Mark never mentions anything about a cop car. In fact, the way he tells it, it was just another vehicle that he swerved to avoid. However, in doing so, he hit more than just the bus stop.
What are you going for him, man? He knocked out the stop at the crosswalk.
Was that a trash can?
The trash can. That and fire hydrant first.
Oh, there's the fire hydrant. It's in the middle of the street.
Oh. Got all the way over there.
Hey, Muscles, why don't you get out of the car and get this fire hydrant and drag it up on the sidewalk?
While some of the Cleveland officers attempt to understand how exactly the driver, Mark, found himself in such a predicament, others try to verify what exactly the 911 caller may have witnessed. To do this, the Cleveland Dispatch contacts East Cleveland.
Hey, were you guys chasing a car? No, we were not. No. All of our officers are in the station.
Though it's true that all of the on-duty East Cleveland officers were at the station and didn't report any police chases to their dispatch, there was one officer who was not technically on shift but still working, Commander Larry Pac-Man McDonald, who was at the Sportsman's Lounge.
That's all of that shit. Yeah. Hey, whoa.
What you lose? You said I'm Night, you don't be on.
At the same time that the Cleveland officers are dealing with the aftermath of Mark's crash, McDonald is, according to Sergeant Anthony Holmes, checking on the security at the lounge.
He usually check on the bars at night, just to make sure everything's going okay.
She said a black ball.
I like black balls.
No, you like the white ball.
I love white balls. I like Arab balls. My favorite.
Yeah, he freaky as a motherfucker.
Though McDonald is supposedly checking on the bars, he spent a good portion of that evening with a couple of women sitting in his police vehicle.
You be playing. Should have kidnapped you.
Yeah. Black man, look me up.
Huh?
Look me up.
Look you up on what? The flat?
Hell no, dumb.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, I might be a dumb, but I say great.
I don't know about all that. You around white boys.
Man.
I never got to too much.
What happened?
He's talking about something like I wasn't interested.
Hold up.
Interested.
It's cool. You can holler at him, but goddamn. You tried him up? No. Was you about to block my head? No.
Hey man, ain't you like the chief or something?
Commander.
Huh?
Commander.
Commander? Hell. I can manage you to get out the car. To manage you to drop the pan.
What?
I remember done with the rest suite.
After receiving the call from the Cleveland Dispatch inquiring about East Cleveland's possible involvement in Mark's crash, Sergeant Anthony Holmes calls McDonald directly while the women are still in the vehicle with him.
Yeah, brother.
You wasn't behind no car on alcohol, was you?
Yeah. Why? What happened?
They crashed at St. Clair.
Nah, I wasn't behind. I turned around.
Okay, so passerby said that the car almost ran him off the road, watched him crash and turned around. He was called over here.
No, I wasn't in pursuit of that car. I tried to catch up with it to get the plate, then I turned around.
All right, cool.
Where'd it crash at?
St. Clair, right there by 5 Points.
Where's 5 Points at?
Man, he playing
St.
games.
Clair alcohol, 152nd, all that, where that be that bad?
No. I turned around, brother.
Look, I couldn't lose all that distinction, wasn't I?
Despite admitting to having seen the vehicle before the crash, McDonald never reaches out to inform Cleveland about his initial involvement. He also, once again, never informed his dispatch about attempting to get the plate when it happened, and never told the Cleveland police that a fleeing vehicle was entering their city. While this discussion is happening, the Cleveland officers have run Mark's name and made an unsettling discovery.
There you go.
Stop. Stop at this. I ain't gonna resist. Okay.
What? A homicide warrant is crazy.
Yes.
As Mark is being detained and placed in the back of a cop car, McDonald phones Holmes again to discuss the 911 caller's claim that East Cleveland police watched Mark crash and then drove away.
No, I wouldn't have seen that. I stopped. Let me get this street, because I'm right here still. Let me get the street where I turn around at.
No, you crying about Stevenson or whatever. You're good. I'm like, all of our units is in the station.
Listen, I'd run for East Cleveland Police. I watched that video of them on the news. It's scary. They're like, hey, it's on our body camera. This is all active criminal footage. This is exactly just a history.
We ain't had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, because I was trying to get the plate on it. It was a white G.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just leave it alone.
As it turns out, Mark had served a sentence for attempted murder in 2008. The warrant that came up was no longer active, and he was soon released by the Cleveland police and allowed to collect his belongings from the vehicle.
I'm angry as somebody ran me off the road and y'all got me in. Go, bro.
We still have to do our job.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
It'll be as bad as you like.
Goodbye.
Okay. It's not gonna. Thank you. All right, sir. Have a good day.
Bro, go. Hey, this car.
Damn.
Damn, man.
Dude.
Cause you stupid.
You're off of me. Oh my God, Mark. Calm down. No.
No. I was gonna spread for you.
You all right, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm. You okay?
Dumb shit.
Die like a cat now.
Is it sweet?
Right.
Despite getting antifreeze in his mouth, the Cleveland officer still manages to have a sense of humor about the situation.
What happened? Why is all glitter?
Because he threw the antifreeze bottle.
Antifreeze bottle at the car.
And it
got all over that woman.
All over his mom.
All over his mom. Is that his mom?
That was his mom.
While this is happening, Commander McDonald has returned to the Sportsman, where he is otherwise occupied.
You as bad as hell. Damn.
He freaky as hell,
Where
man.
you about to go after this?
McDonald, you know, I've been trying to clap you since Heritage.
Ooh. She bad.
She bad.
That's my little girl.
Once again, initially, the incident resolved without McDonald's possible involvement coming to light. However, it wouldn't stay that way for long. Eventually, an investigation began, and both McDonald and Mark explained their version of the night's events. That evening, Mark says he left a bar next to the Sportsman and was soon pulled over.
Did he say anything over his loudspeaker?
Yeah, he told me to cut the car off.
McDonald's body cam was accessed and would prove integral in peeling back the truth.
Recording.
So he pulled the man over.
Mark explains that he recognized McDonald from a previous run-in involving his inactive warrant.
I didn't know if he was going to plan something on me. I didn't know if he was going to snatch me out, if he was going to try to say I had a gun and shoot me. I don't know what he was going to do.
When interviewed, McDonald described what happened next.
I really don't want to call it a chase because I didn't get to chase the man.
His body cam, on the other hand, would disagree.
I'm disagreeing too.
Mark explains he was wary of not just McDonald, but other East Cleveland police officers as well.
It's something about East Cleveland police. If they don't have nothing and they pulled you over there, make sure they got something.
Other witnesses contacted about the two crashes shared similar concerns.
I'm terrified of East Cleveland police. I don't go through East Cleveland at all because just him, all the officers out there is kind of off a little bit.
As for the chase on March 12th, 2020.
Man, you could tell that these people not lying. These citizens not lying. Bro, the fact of how the East Cleveland police dispatch, she didn't even mention that she had an officer who was on duty but off duty working at a lounge. She didn't even mention him. She said all the units were at the station. Another officer vouched. I guess East Cleveland Police Department is corrupted fully.
23, McDonald was adamant he never saw Mark crash.
If I seen that vehicle crash, I would have been there. I don't play games like that.
I believe you saw the accident.
I knew you would do this.
Hold
on. One thing about me, I don't like being called a liar. I don't, and I'm getting upset.
I'm going to make you a promise.
No. I want you to go there with me.
Well, I'm not going to go with you.
Why? Because I don't have nothing to lie.
Yet once again, McDonald's own body cam would tell a different story. During the chase, just before he turns around, he can be heard laughing to himself.
I knew he was going to do that.
Combined with footage from a poll cam, which showed McDonald's exact location when Mark crashed, it's clear that his story isn't adding up.
Wow.
I knew he was going to do that.
And you clearly see the car. Your car is facing the car.
Agent Roth.
So unless you're going to sit there and testify before a jury that you're blind,
Agent Roth.
Maybe that's going to be maybe that's what you're going to tell the jury, is that you're blind and you shouldn't be able to drive.
Agent Roth.
McDonald would find himself facing the repercussions of his actions.
This ugly ass toe looking ass little dude, big toe head ass little dude pissing me off, man. Cause it be officers like him who are straight ruin an innocent person's life.
But he isn't the only one in trouble. Other East Cleveland police officers were facing multiple accusations of crimes committed while in uniform. For one, according to police documents, Sergeant Holmes never informed the Cleveland police that McDonald had been involved in the pursuit, resulting in inaccurate police reports. However, this isn't the only incident Holmes found himself wrapped up in. On October 3, 2021, Sergeant Holmes, Detective Ian McInnes, and Officer Tristan Homan attempted to execute a traffic stop on a 17-year-old. During the pursuit, Holmes struck the victim's vehicle, but this isn't what they told dispatch. Holmes was confronted about this claim during the FBI and the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office's investigation.
Am I right in my estimation here? You struck him.
I believe he did. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anthony, I'm trying to be straight with you.
I don't strike people on purpose.
Okay.
I believe he was about to turn and swerve and cut in front of us. I don't do that.
I understand.
So,
but that was your driver.
I get what you're saying. I can see the viewpoint. It's like I did hit him on purpose. I'm not a random.
Was you random then, right?
Mm-hmm. Our vehicle's dead hit, yes.
Following this, the driver fled the vehicle, but soon after sat on the sidewalk with his hands up. Sergeant Holmes' body cam captures what happens next.
Damn.
Give me your hands.
While Sergeant Holmes and Officer Holman are handcuffing the 17-year-old driver who is face down, Detective Ian McInnes allegedly kicks him in the groin. The investigation would uncover multiple other incidents, including one on February 25, 2020, during another attempted traffic stop, this time on a 24-year-old. According to police documents, the driver also fled on foot before surrendering to officers.
Turn around! Get out now! Face down!
While he was on the ground, McInnes kicked the man in the ribs. Another incident involving Detective Ian McInnes occurred on February 14, 2022. This time, McInnes responded to a call at a restaurant.
On the ground, face down, or you will be faced. Face down on your stomach. On your stomach.
Oh, yeah, it's corrupt. My bad,
On
guys.
your stomach. Stay down. Put your arms out now. Do not move. Do not move.
On another occasion, officers McInnes, Homan, and Lori Smans were in a vehicle chasing a suspect on foot. This time, McInnes was behind the wheel, and he's the one to make a report about the incident to dispatch.
Signal 20 driver, you just struck my vehicle. Do not move. Shoulder hand, hands are out. Get him secured. Get him my vehicle. Do not fight. I got cuffs. On your stomach. Get him. I got a busted window now.
Fight!
He's bleeding from the head.
Stop
Just get
fighting!
control. Stop fighting. Hold on. Taser out.
Bro.
Taser out. You want your tase? Stop fighting.
Stop!
Taser out. Drive stun.
Put your hands on your back!
Go ahead. Quit fighting. You're going to get it again. You're going to get it again. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop.
Where did he dump the gun?
Hey, lift that arm up. Try this one up. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're going to get it again. Stop resisting. Stop.
Give me your hand now!
So basically what I'm getting out of this is that these bunch of thugs just go around chasing whoever they want to, wherever they want to, out of their jurisdiction, in their jurisdiction, without reporting, with reporting, lying, covering up for each other, and beating up people. Clearly like this, dry stunning the man. I don't know if he really is resisting, but we'll fast forward, bro, because I know it's a bunch of stuff they finna show us.
Get his man! Get his Don't get this thing,
Even when they've secured the suspect, their misconduct continues.
Headquarters.
You can't drive or run.
Nice little whooping.
Other footage of a different occasion shows alleged misconduct involving Officer Nicholas Fody.
Damn!
During a separate arrest, it is Sergeant John Hartman who can be seen allegedly striking someone.
Stand up.
Bro, this is
In
crazy.
another incident, Officer Brian Parks is seen chasing a suspect.
Give me your hands! Give me your hands!
Damn.
I'm sorry you don't have to tase me again, guys. You don't have to tase me.
Get up. Get up!
You guys don't have to tase me.
Shut up, get up.
Why'd you guys tase me so many times?
Why'd you run? Why wouldn't you give me your hands?
I gave you my hands.
Get up.
Damn.
My foot, man!
During a pursuit, an unnamed officer can be heard screaming profanity.
Go to the ground! Go to the ground!
Stupid. Hey, I got one.
What?
Oh, stupid. What the am I your back? Am I your back? I don't think I'm wrong with that. Put the am I your back now. Put your hand on your back. Okay, Gladys. Put the hand on your back.
Not all of the instances of police misconduct in East Cleveland were as obvious. This footage, captured after a separate arrest, shows officers Tyler Munson and Brian Stoll handling evidence.
Bro, why would you break this man's phone?
I didn't see anything either.
Oh, wait. You left the phone screen.
How does it still turn on? That's impressive. I'm surprised the battery hasn't exploded yet. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that was my bad. You must have made my lip, so I must have took him to the floor. His phone must have been.
Whose phone is that?
Used to be his.
That's his phone?
I got mad and had this.
Not anymore.
It used to be.
Dispatcher Quintana, who can also be seen in the footage, was interviewed as part of the sweeping investigation.
Like, I didn't know they were out there beating people up.
Nah, bro. I told y'all, man. Everybody from East Cleveland Police Department corrupt. From the higher rank patrol officers, detectives, they're naming all of them. And these people were charged, some of them, down to the dispatch, bro. Even down to the dispatch officers. Shit, remind me not to go to Cleveland. I ain't taking no chances with y'all lads out there. Y'all not finna jump on me.
I threw the meanest hook.
I got one. You got his info? I didn't get a single lick of info because I didn't care.
The FBI and the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office investigated dozens of East Cleveland officers, and in some cases, the inquiry had unforeseen consequences. The acting police chief, Kenneth Lundy, was eventually fired, resulting in a reevaluation of cases he had worked on, including the case of Jerry Sims Jr., a convicted murderer. In 2025, Lundy was named in a petition for a new trial for Sims, who had been found guilty of aggravated murder in 2019 and was serving 40 years to life. Lundy had been the lead detective on Jerry Sims' case, but was now accused of inappropriate conduct during the investigation and trial. According to the petition, Lundy used his position as a detective to initiate a manipulative and exploitative relationship with the key witness whose testimony resulted in Jerry Sims' conviction. The witness now claimed Lundy pressured her into providing false testimony and then harassed and intimidated her. With this new information and following an evidentiary hearing, the charges against Jerry Sims Jr. were dismissed, and he was released from prison. Lundy wasn't the only one to face the consequences of his actions. Detective Ian McInnes, who was filmed kicking multiple suspects, was found guilty of a multitude of charges, including assault, dereliction of duty, and interfering with civil rights, and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Sergeant Anthony Holmes pled guilty to attempted telecommunications fraud and was sentenced to 180 days in prison. However, he's currently appealing his sentence. Commander Larry McDonald was convicted of tampering with records, 2 counts of obstructing official business, dereliction of duty, tampering with evidence, and telecommunications fraud, and sentenced to 4 years in prison. All 3 must permanently surrender their law enforcement licenses. In total, 16 East Cleveland police officers have been indicted or accused of committing various offenses, including assault, falsification, dereliction of duty, interfering with civil rights, obstructing official business, telecommunications fraud, theft during traffic stops, vandalism, money laundering, tampering with records, insurance fraud, bribery, or disorderly conduct. And several have faced a range of punishments from community control, probation, prison time, or the surrender of their law enforcement licenses. If you'd like to see this...
That's crazy, bro. I told y'all, it's damn near everybody in that department was corrupt. Y'all gotta keep y'all head on the swivel, bro. They so corrupt that he pulled over this man in this Jeep that the screen froze on. He pulled this man over. The man noticed who he was, which officer he was, and he fled from him. And he told the police that he fled from him because he feared for his life. Witnesses who vouched for this man when he crashed, who saw the stuff, they said, oh, we recognize the officer. We scared of him. Man, dude, he never even deserved to be a police officer. He at the lounge flirting with females. Oh, yeah. That's my little girl. Yeah, freaky ass old bastard. On me over here falsifying all this shit against people. The whole department. The bald head, Santa Claus looking ass little dude. Beating up people and stuff, man. That's crazy. Hey, this is a warning from the professor to y'all. If you go to East, what is it? Shit. East Cleveland, you better keep your head on the swivel. Dog, ain't no playing with that police department out there. And it's crazy that the other counties, they know too. They know about East Cleveland. Babe, if you had a situation out there in Cleveland, man, let me know something in the comments. If you liking the content, let me know something in the comments. Drop a like and subscribe for more content, gang. I'm going to be at this again sometime soon.